My name is Karen Tiemann. I'm the director of the West 40 Regional Safe Schools Program. I've been a member of the Illinois Coalition for Educating At-Risk Youth for a number of years, and it's been our privilege to assist and support the work of the Student Ambassador Program. The most recent one we hosted was our first. It was at Northern Illinois University. Our hope was to reach out to all at-risk programs or programs serving vulnerable youth in all of the state, but certainly giving the opportunity for travel to the Northern Illinois programs. Our day consisted of schools coming from a variety of different areas in Northern Illinois to come together, build skills to communicate with each other, to have some confidence. When you're bringing students in from a variety of different regions and a variety of different programs, you want an opportunity to let them see and be vulnerable and see each other for who they really are. We were blessed with the opportunity of two of our restorative practice interventionists that do all types of culture, community building activities to run one at the Student Ambassador Program. And this particular one was about what we had in common, which always helps build community. So yeah, our first event was an activity where you might be asked, if you have a brother, and we all stand up and run. And then if you're from Illinois, if you hope to go to college, whatever those questions might be, but they were more about showing a common thread among us to help build the safety so that we could start building skills. There were two portions of the day where the kids practiced in small groups and had a rotation. They call that a chalk walk. So our kids in a chalk walk practiced social emotional competencies. So we took the big 5 competencies, we put them up, and we had our kids participate for a couple minutes at each station. So, if we have the opportunity to practice relationship skill building, and we have the opportunity to reflect on decision making.
The activities that we did were getting to know other people, we're giving out some information about who we are, we're giving examples on how to communicate with others and how to express who we are. That being said, I think all the activities are great. I think other people, maybe they change, it'll help them develop who they are.
It was informative. I liked it. I liked how they all love their job, they love what they do, it's inspiring. I like the program here.
I learned some new skills, I shared some skills, and I'm interacting with different type of people. I enjoy that, yeah, because I get to meet other people that not only made mistakes, because I also made mistakes and they also made mistakes, so I get to share what we have in common, and I know that I'm not the only one who fell down the road and is trying to get back up.
I think that the student panel, kids talking to kids, is a really big deal. After kids have created some safe space with each other, for that to happen, I think is important. Kid voice is the most important voice in that room or in that day and of our work. And we have to try to find opportunities for that voice to be heard and that voice to be cultivated and fed, grow some confidence in that voice, because it doesn't stop either at their event that they're going to present at. That voice carries forward. Amber Kid came to Northern Illinois to speak to our students that had gathered in that location to really kind of articulate the legacy, and that their time together was really about furthering that work, that there had been years and years of preparation from students all across the state to try to protect themselves, each other, and the kids coming after them, so that these kind of opportunities are afforded to them for programming. We've had student ambassadors now in Springfield and in other parts of our state, and the kids have prepared over the last several years. Since that preparation and since that advocacy by students, the funding levels have begun to level out. Prior to that, we had seen a decline in our funding from year to year to year. And since our students have kind of taken center stage of protecting themselves in our programs, through the preparation of things like through student ambassadors, we've seen a leveling. Amber Kid and the work of her team, has kind of created a space for other programs to help cultivate another crew, another group of kids to assist in that advocacy. We were really privileged to have Pat Del Santo join us from the Kane County ROE. and she is the superintendent of the Kane County ROE, but in addition to that work, she's been an advocate of alternative education and the vulnerable youth in our state for years, and instrumental in creating the ICEARY organization that we enjoy today. She was able to come and give our students not just a welcome and well wishes, but she kind of articulated a little bit of our path and the route of the advocacy to this point for students and for ICEARY itself. And she had this wonderful way of saying to the kids, you know, our voices, you know, can be spoken, but your voices are heard. And she spoke to the students about the fact that sometimes it's like going in the Charlie Brown cartoon, you know, blah, 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 blah. But when our students speak, it's like time stands still. The power is so much in our kids' voices. I think participating in the Student Ambassador Program is good for our students, and I think it gives them leadership skills, but I also think it's really good for our staff. It creates a reflective kind of lens about the bigger picture skill sets you want your kids to have. You know, the day-to-day grind of trying to create opportunity, sometimes you miss some of the bigger picture opportunities of preparing kids for the next step up. And I do think that when you're participating and your kids are participating, you go to another level. And I think that's really important for our kids. I think it's really important for our program.
I just want to shout out to all the people that have been, all the kids, the teens that are struggling right now, that it only gets easier, it doesn't get harder. You just got to succeed and strive for what you want. You got to have a lot of ambitions. There's going to be obstacles in your course, in your journey, but what you got to do is just get back up and keep going, keep striving, come back harder, come back stronger, you know, and you'll reach it. If you want it, you can reach it.
I think just because, like, let's say you have a group of friends and they all go off to different colleges and you don't go to college. Well, maybe college isn't for you, or maybe those colleges aren't for you either. You gotta make a milestone. You gotta put yourself somewhere where you belong. Just because everyone else went one way doesn't mean you have to be a follower, you have to be a leader. You gotta be ahead of everyone else, and you gotta show them that you have what it takes. And even if you don't, then you have others all around you, especially with this program, that will help you.
It's very important. For me, it's important for everyone to have access to a program like this. Everyone deserves an opportunity. Everyone deserves a chance to find themselves and to find out what they're made of, what they can do, because a lot of people, or a lot of kids, they have struggles that they deal with, and no one understands that. But the program here, they understand that.
These kids were identified by their programs as leaders, and in that leadership, there was a vein of service where they were asked to serve others by advocating for those other students and the need for our type of programs. So our kids took the day to hone those skills, to learn about managing their own social and emotional skills, learn a little bit about communication, practice those skills, practice stating their story and how that story is powerful and their right to an education and to articulate that. So they practice the opportunity of meeting a legislator or someone from the state board or any elected official. But inside of those skill sets would be the same skill sets they would use if they were to look for a job or if they were to talk to a college admissions counselor. So they were the skills of communication and articulating and advocating for a need.